Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dark Trilogy, episode 6. And since the last episode, I went ahead and did a little bit of work on the house. Just worked on the second floor a little bit. Went ahead and decided to go with great wood planks. Whole reason for actually chopping down the great wood tree last episode. Ooh, actually missed a block right here. Let me actually take care of that right now before I forget. I also went down and did a little bit of mining off camera. As you guys can see, I got some more ores and went ahead and started processing a little bit of them, mainly like the iron, and we got some crushed tin ore ready to go, some crushed copper ore. Probably gonna do a little bit of this and just, smelt those into actual ingots. But I'm gonna save a little bit just in case I want to make a little bit of bronze. You guys are also noticed in my inventory, I got some obsidian. I went ahead and mined that off camera just because that's a long and very tedious process. So yeah, went ahead and did that as well. So let me actually put this water bucket away. You guys are also going to notice the stairs here. I went ahead and made Carpenter's stairs and placed the great wood on there. I think that looks pretty good. You're also going to notice the back side of the stairs actually are nice and sloped. I went ahead and made the Carpenter's wedge slope, or the Carpenter slope. I guess in this instance it's just like the wedge version. And I placed those on the back side of the stairs. I thought it looked really good. I think it made it look nice and clean looking. So went ahead and did that, added the great wood on those as well. I'm also going to go ahead and craft something else from BiblioCraft real quick. I've been doing a lot of BiblioCraft lately. In fact, actually, I don't think... Actually, yeah, I need all that. I had it all ready to go and everything, and I was like, wait a minute. There we go. So basic machine casing. I'm going to quickly go ahead and make ourselves a electronic circuit. And I actually need 2 more pieces of redstone. I want to go ahead and craft... Oops. An electric furnace. Hold on. Thought it was redstone. Wait a minute. Oh, it was an iron furnace. Oh, that's fine too. I can do that. Is it raining? It's raining and it's... Yeah, I also noticed there's snow. Like, pretty much exactly where my house is. Yeah, that's a thing. Alright, let me go ahead and sleep through the night real quick. Man, I can't believe I thought that was a basic machine casing. Guess I was wrong. Alright, quick furnace. I know I got one around here. Oop, they didn't place a torch. Good. I know I got one around here somewhere. Can I just do this? No, we'll just do this. We'll convert that back through. That's fine. A lot easier. Obviously, we can do that to get our iron furnace. Now we can make our electric furnace. Whoa, whoa. The achievements. Okay, yeah, so I guess for achievements, you get a nice little fireworks display, which is pretty awesome. Gotta say, I like that. That's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and put that away then. We'll leave that in iron plate form for now. That's not a problem. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the hammer away. Now today, I want to do a little bit of work in a different tree of the trio. We have the tech tree, which obviously we've been doing a lot of BiblioCraft lately. We got like, nature. This is the kind of the basis of the pack, nature, tech, and magic. And today I want to work in a little bit of magic, so I think I'm going to get started in some Botania. But first I got to figure out where I want to place this electric furnace. I think I'm going to pick up the metal former for now. Might put that right there. And then put the electric furnace right there. Let's grab ourselves a copper wire. There we go. Now we got some power. That should work. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Nice. And that way I don't have to keep using my coal on these regular little furnaces in here. Nice. That will work. Alright, so for Botania, I'm going to go ahead and grab some oak wood. I'm also going to go ahead and grab an oak sapling. And do I have any sugar cane? I have 5. Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure I should be able to make a book another way. I really don't want to use all my sugarcane, but I guess I'm going to have to anyway. I don't have that much leather either. In fact, I don't even have leather. Well, okay, that'll work. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to convert our rotten flesh into leather. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. Guess I'm going to have to use my sugar canes too. Really didn't want to, but can't help it. Here we go. There we go. Let's grab some paper. This should be making us some leather. Awesome. And I'll make myself a book. Now, if you combine the book with an oak sapling, that'll give you a Lexica Botania, which is practically your how-to for Botania. You right-click that, that'll open it up, and this is the 143rd edition in the table of contents. So pretty much what we want to start looking into is basics and mechanics. So you can take a look at the introductory clip. You can play the video if you guys want to check that out. I think that'll... I'm not sure which video that actually goes to, but I'm sure it'll kind of give you a nice quick rundown of how the Botania works as well, which is pretty much what I'm going to be running through real quick. So this tells you all about the Lexica Botania. This tells you about your mystical flowers. One of the first things I want to go ahead and start working towards crafting is the Petal Apothecary. This guy is going to require some stone, I know for sure. I think some cobblestone and any type of mystical petal. So we need some cobblestone slabs and some cobblestone. So let's grab that. Let me just grab this nice stack of cobblestone. Always like to have some on me. All right, there we go. Cobblestone and... Wait a minute. Oh, I need the mystical flower. See, I know I got one right out the front door too. Oh, that's right. I also need to get my... I need to actually get my glass up as well, which is something else I want to do today real quick. Just a quick second. Let's go ahead and craft this together real fast. Mystical petal. That'll give us a Petal Apothecary. Now, we can pretty much use any flower from Botania, which, if you guys have noticed, there's been a lot of new flowers in the world since we started. Pretty much, if you find the flowers that have like this little particle effect coming off of them, those are the ones you want to grab for Botania. Now, they all come in different colors and shapes and sizes. Well, maybe not really sizes. Well, some of them are different sizes, I guess. They're all one block in size, but some of them kind of, yeah. You get the picture. So these are pretty much all Botania flowers, and they all look pretty cool. Oop. Yeah, I got some trees growing. I know I'm going to need some wood soon, so I went ahead and grew some oak trees, and I got some more spruce trees growing as well. I got those growing right over there. And here are my oak. I think all the oak are done, which is really nice. I'll go ahead and harvest those probably off camera as well. All right, so those are the pink flowers. Then we got some more here. All right, I'll do some this collecting off camera in a minute. Ooh, and mystical black flower. And I believe, actually, these are ones we really want right here. The mystical white flowers. This is going to help us get started even more in Botania. And those ones we really are going to need next. So if you see those mystical white flowers, make sure you grab a good handful of those, I want to say. But let's go ahead and head back into the house real fast. Grab a little bite to eat. There we go. And let's go ahead and take a look in the Lexica Botania for what's next. So we have the Petal Apothecary. We have that made. You can also do a little bit of reading on that if you're interested in reading on it further. Next, we're going to need to go ahead and start working towards this, the Pure Daisy. Pretty much one of the most basic flowers for Botania. And as you guys can see here, if you surround it with the wood, pretty much, I think... even great wood might work. Well, I'll take a look at that. But if you surround it with, wood logs and or stone, you can do all stone or all logs if you want to. It'll go ahead and craft living wood, and it'll also craft a living rock. Pretty much to do that, though, to make the Pure Daisy, we're going to need to throw in 4 mystical white petals into the Petal Apothecary. Now, luckily enough, we found these 2 mystical white flowers, which is going to give us perfectly 4 white petals. So that's pretty awesome. Now, if we go ahead and throw this down, I'm just going to put this right here for the moment. And thankfully, I get a nice bucket of water. If you fill this up with a bucket of water, throw in your 4 mystical white petals. So I'm just going to try and get close and take a look at this. 2, 3, 4. You'll see them swing around in there. And let's see, the next step, I believe, we're going to need some seeds. So one of the other reasons why I got some wheat growing. So I do have a few regular Minecraft wheat seeds. I want to also see if these cotton seeds and or the barley seeds are going to work. Not quite sure. Oh, they do. Nice. Well, that works. That works even better. So there we go. We have the pure daisy. What color do you want to be? Well, I'm actually quite fine. Let's go ahead and place this right there. And we already got a little bit of oak wood ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and place this down real quick. In fact, let me run inside. We also cooked up some stone, I believe, a couple episodes ago. So let me go ahead and grab a stack of smooth stone, which is what we're going to need. I'm going to pick up the petal apothecary. I actually have a place where I want to start setting up my Botania stuff, so I'm going to pick that up, and I'll head out there in just a minute, but I want to wait and go ahead and let this convert over into living wood. So if we go ahead and take a look in here real quick, and I'll just leave this on the left side so you guys should be able to see this change here in just a second. Let's see, next off, it'll be the runic altar, but I believe what I want next is the wand of the forest. Now, the wand of the forest is kind of like, we'll just say it's the tool of Botania. We're going to need 3 living wood twigs and 2 petals. It looks like you can pretty much use just about any color that you wish. So I'm going to go ahead and probably grab a couple of the colors that I want. Let's see, what do I want? Let's put that in the side there. I do like the blue. Let's see, is that cyan? Ooh, cyan and blue could be cool. We'll do cyan and blue. Awesome. So I got those 2 ready to go for us. Ooh, there it goes. Awesome. That looks pretty cool. Nice. All right, so that's living wood. I'm going to pick that up with my chainsaw here. Very useful. All right. Cool. We got that ready to go. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put some stone down and start letting this convert into living stone. Now, it would probably be a good idea to go ahead and get some more of those pure daisies going. That way you don't have to just wait for one set to go ahead and finish. I'll probably go ahead and try to make another one of those off camera when I go out looking for flowers as well, so that we have a few of those ready to go. So let's go ahead and actually get ourselves a crafting table set up. Whoops. You go there. Let's grab you, and let's just pop him down. Let's go ahead and make ourselves 3 living wood twigs. I was going to say living twigs. Same thing. All right, and there we go. The wand of the forest. Nice. So now we are ready to do some more work in Botania. Now I see the sun actually going down. There are a few little tools that I do want to go ahead and make, and hopefully they will work. Darn. I was kind of hoping to be by that while that changed over. But let's go ahead and grab a piece of redstone, 4 pieces of gold, and I want to grab some wool. One of the first things I want to make, I like to have and hold on to a clock. That way I can actually see where the sun sets. I have this mountain in the way, so it's kind of a pain. And that clock will definitely help me with that. So I'm going to hold on to that in my inventory. Let's head back out here. Oh, darn, we missed it. But it did convert over into living rock. And I'm just going to go ahead and harvest this with my drill, which you can use a pickaxe as well if you wish. One of the other things I wanted to craft real quick, but this is not related to Botania, is actually a sleeping bag. Now, I believe I should just need 4 carpets. I believe it's like this, then like that, and that will give me a sleeping bag, which actually has durability. That's interesting. Don't remember it having durability. But all right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and run around, collect some more Botania flowers. I'm going to try and grab as many as I can. In fact, I might even go ahead and make myself real quick, while we're here, another backpack, which we have some more leather ready to go. Let's see, let's actually go ahead and put, really don't have a lot of inventory space. I'm just going to put the stone away for just a second, that way I can have a few slots in my inventory. Let's go ahead and maybe look at crafting. Golden bag of holdings will require 1 diamond. I really don't have too many diamonds, but I really do enjoy having golden bag of holdings. Let's see. Let's do 4 of those. Let's go ahead and make us a chest real fast. We're going to need 11 pieces of gold. 1 diamond. So we'll make ourselves a block of gold. There we go. That goes there. Chest. Diamond. Gold ingots and wool around the corners. That'll give us a golden bag of holding. Now this is pretty awesome because this has a very large inventory, double chest worth of inventory. So what I'll probably do is convert and pretty much empty this out into the golden bag of holding for all my tool storage, and then I'll put like flowers in this while I'm out scavenging. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Go find some more Botania flowers, and then I'll meet you guys in the area where we're gonna do some more Botania stuff. So I'll see you guys back in just a minute. Alright guys, and we're back. So went ahead and relocated the Botania stuff down into this little valley here. There's the mine right there, so we're not too far away from the house. Also went ahead and did a little bit more flower picking from Botania. Filled up my backpack decently, so we got a fair amount of flowers so far. And went ahead and made another pure daisy, and I've just been kind of making some more living rock and some more living wood. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this up real fast. And then we'll go ahead and get started on this next part, which is actually generating flora. We need to start making mana. So I went ahead and set up the petal apothecary here, just around this nice little pool of water that we have a nice little infinite source. So if we just grab a bucket of water from the center part here, it'll always refill and keep us nice and supplied with water. So I got 2 crafting stations here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert both of these into crafting station slabs. I'm going to place these guys, I think like this and like this for now. That way I can kind of just step up and throw my petals in there and kind of see in there a lot better, because this petal apothecary block is fairly high and it's kind of hard to see what petals we have in there already. So really kind of like this idea here. So also having a crafting station right underneath you, so if you need to craft something real quick, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to go with that. I think that'll work out pretty well for now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look in the Lexica Botania. So I went ahead and jumped right into mana manipulation, which is kind of our next point that we need to start working towards. So let's go ahead and take a look into the mana pool. So we have the introduction to mana, kind of reads through this, says we kind of need some mana spreaders and mana pools. So let's actually go ahead and get started making the mana pool. So mana pool actually just requires some living rock in the shape of a U. Pretty easy. Small U at that. So that'll give us a diluted mana pool. So I'm going to go ahead and make one of those. And next off, we need to make ourselves a mana spreader. So if we take some living wood and a gold ingot, I believe, and then I believe we need a petal, I think, yep, right there. Perfect. There we go. Mana spreader. And that will give us that. Next off, we need to start looking towards on how to generate the mana. So we have a way to transfer it with the mana spreader. We have a way to store the mana with the mana pool. Now we need to actually be able to generate the mana. So let's actually head over into generating flora. And the introduction will pretty much, just give you a brief introduction on how to maybe start, moving your mana and maybe how to generate it and all that stuff. I know that a good starting point is using day blooms, which only require some light blue mystical petals, some orange, and a couple yellow. So that shouldn't be too bad to do. I went ahead and made sure that I collected a fair amount of the mystical yellow flowers. We're also going to need probably about 5 of these orange ones, and I believe it said we needed light blue. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and grab some of the light blue mystical flowers. I'm going to grab 5 of those. So as you can see, we have 5 orange, 5 light blue, and 10 yellow. So that should hopefully make us 10 day blooms. The reason why we're making 10 is because these are actually fairly slow. Now, the book actually does kind of mention a good 10 or dozen of these should get the job done for now. I'm making 10 just because, well, I know that they're kind of slow, and I think that's a pretty decent amount. So let's go ahead and start working towards these 10 day blooms. So let's see. Let's go ahead and use the barley seeds. That'll work. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and then 2 of the yellow. And then all we have to do is now throw our seed in, and there we go. So there is a day bloom, a sting of light. So I'm going to go ahead and make 9 more of these real quick. And, oops. And 10 day blooms later, we have ourselves some generating flora. So let's go ahead and start kind of laying out a nice area to lay out these day blooms. So these are pretty much only going to be able to generate mana for us during the day. So we can see the sun's actually starting to set there. So let's go ahead and start laying these out. If we open up our Lexica Botania and head back a page, it's going to actually show us a good way to lay out the day blooms. So you can see it's kind of like an X pattern there instead of just placing them all next to each other. So apparently they will not work out very well that way. So let's go ahead and place them down like this. I'm actually going to put a space between these. So there we go. There's 10 day blooms. And I'm going to go ahead and take my mana spreader, and the front part of the mana spreader, the way it shoots, should point towards your character when you place it down. So I'm going to go ahead and place it down just like so. So there's the front. It's got a nice little green gem in the front. And this should actually start be generating for us mana. Awesome, it is. So if you right click on the mana spreader with your Wand of the Forest, you can start seeing that it is slowly but surely generating us a little bit of mana. From the day blooms, that is. So if we hover over the day blooms, you can see that the mana spreader actually gets a nice little highlight around the block itself. That is pretty much an indication of it saying that these day blooms are hooked up to the mana spreader, that it's actually connected to this. So with that being said, let's actually go ahead and set up a place for the mana to go. So we're going to pop down our diluted mana pool. We should start seeing all the mana that was collected in the mana spreader make its way over into the diluted mana pool. So we should be able to also see how much we have in there thanks to our Wand of the Forest. Awesome. It's looking pretty good so far. Now, as we see, like I said, the sun is starting to set, and I can see it's almost time. Let's actually put this back where it goes, to go ahead and sleep through the night, which means our day blooms won't be working anymore. So you can see they're actually not working anymore right there. They're not collecting any more mana in the mana spreader. So let's go ahead and sleep through the night. Now we can also make a flower that will actually work through the night, which actually might not be such a bad idea, but I'll probably take a look at that a little bit later, which is actually right here, the nightshade. So it basically does exactly that, the same thing as the day blooms do, but it generates more during the nighttime. So the day bloom cannot, as long as it's nighttime, albeit at half the speed. So, not too bad. Takes 2 black petals, a gray, and a purple. So it could be kind of cool to do, but we got some mana set up. Now, one of the next things I kind of want to try to do is maybe look at making a better mana pool, because that diluted mana pool doesn't really hold as much as a actual mana pool. So infusing a normal mana pool, so we just drop our drop a diluted mana pool into some mana, and that should give us a regular mana pool. All right, cool. So it says tossing in some resources into a normal mana pool will cause them to get infused with mana, turning them into more powerful items. A few examples are iron ingots or mystical petals. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we have a good amount of living rock already. So we'll make ourselves another diluted mana pool. And we'll just go ahead and drop that there. That'll give us a nice regular mana pool. Now, I think what I'm going to do real quick is actually make another mana spreader. So let me grab, let's just use this blue one. We'll add another mana spreader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to transfer out the mana from this diluted mana pool. I think this should work. into this mana pool. And that way that's nice and empty. So let's go ahead and pick that one up. We'll go ahead and pick up this and convert this one also into another mana pool. Place that there, and we'll transfer, oops, not that way. We'll transfer it back into this mana pool for now. So that way it's all kind of centered. Now we have ourselves another mana pool and a mana spreader ready to go. So this is going to start generating us a nice little bit of mana. Doing pretty good so far. Cool. All right, well, I think one of the next parts that I really want to start working towards is maybe, I think I want to go ahead and try to get a runic altar up and running. So runic altar is going to allow us to start crafting some really cool stuff with mana. Well, at least some more things with mana, so that way we can craft better items. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we need. We're going to need some living rock and a mana pearl or a mana diamond. So I'm going to have to run back to base real quick, grab one of the last remaining diamonds that I actually have, and I'll go ahead and let this generate some more mana, because I'm sure I'm probably going to need just a little bit more. Yeah, I've got a very little bit. I might be able to make one mana diamond, so let me go grab that real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, one diamond later, and it looks like we still don't have enough mana generated yet to make ourselves a mana diamond. So you guys can see on the little indication on the screen under my cursor, a little red X saying, well, basically we don't have enough mana to make ourselves a mana diamond yet. Well, it's kind of like a pink, it's like a light red, but pretty much still kind of have to do a little bit of waiting for this to generate us enough mana to make ourselves a mana diamond. So we could look into the Botania real quick just to kind of see maybe what's next on generating more mana. It looks like maybe an Endoflame. It says, while the day bloom is all well and good, a botanist requires a more effective means of generating mana. The Endoflame does that exactly. It will absorb any combustible items or blocks dropped on the nearby vicinity, albeit at only at one at a time, and burn through them to passively generate mana while the fuel lasts. So pretty good next point, and it looks like it only requires a red mana petal and a brown mana petal. So maybe it might be a good idea to go ahead and wait on the runic altar for just a minute and maybe look at better mana production. So I believe it said a mystical red and a mystical brown flower, and then we're going to need its other non-version. So a red mana petal, we're actually going to have to drop that into the mana pool and to get the red and brown mana petal. So a light gray. So we just need one light gray, and hopefully this should get us an Endoflame. There we go. So let's see, do we have enough mana yet? Oh, we do, to get a mana petal. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and fill this guy up and start dropping in our petals here. Brown and one light gray. Let's go ahead and toss in a seed, which we can use these cotton seeds from nature as well. And that'll give us an Endoflame, which I'm going to go ahead and place right there for now. The sun is setting. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably a good time to go ahead and sleep through the night. I'm going to head back to the house real quick, go ahead and grab myself a little bit of coal, and then I'll meet you guys back here in just a second. Alright guys, and we're back. So I went ahead and grabbed about 27 pieces of coal. I'm going to go ahead and craft those into 3 blocks of charcoal, and I'm going to go ahead and for now toss 1 block onto the Endoflame. Now we can pretty much use anything that burns, like it said. We can use wood, we can use logs, we can use planks, sticks. I'm pretty sure we could use ladders, just regular pieces of coal if we wanted to, some charcoal. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and try to use the blocks of coal to help maximize the burn time on this. If hopefully it uses that burn time, I think it should. But as you can see, it's actually sending out more mana bursts now because we're actually generating a fair bit more mana now. So hopefully we should be getting enough soon to make ourselves a mana diamond. Now, I do want to do a little bit of crafting soon, but I'm going to probably have to save that for next time, because we don't really have too much time left. So I'm going to go ahead and wait just a minute and see if we can try to get enough mana here to craft the runic altar. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Awesome, there we go. So we now have enough mana to finally get ourselves a mana diamond and a little bit, I guess, left to spare, which is kind of cool. You guys are also going to notice that the Endoflame has a nice little cool particle effect just kind of floating around. Looks like a little flame above the flower itself. That's just indicating that it's actually burning something currently. And when that's pretty much gone, that just stops that little particle effect, saying it's ready for some more fuel and saying it's not generating any mana. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves the runic altar. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and probably get into more of this next episode, and I think that'll be good for today. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. We got a good little start into Botania today. A little bit of a trek away from the tech mods for now. And yeah, so if you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.